What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, suddenly, since undefeated welterweight superstar title contender, the phenom, as I call him, Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is 30 wins, no losses, no draws, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. He took on Chua this past weekend, and it went 12 rounds. Chua, okay, is relatively unknown, okay? He's a Ukrainian boxer who came into this fight with 21 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout, 26 years of age, 5'9" with a 70-inch arm reach, okay? He was relatively unknown. Jaron Boots Ennis was the co-main event to superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis as he took on WBA super featherweight Dominican star boxer Hector Garcia as the main event. It was a star-studded card. It saw Demetrius Boo Boo Andre, undefeated 2-division world champion superstar boxer. It saw Rashidi Speedy Ellis. The fight right before Boots Ennis was Rashidi Ellis is a welterweight star title contender. It was a action-packed, star-studded card from top to bottom. And Jaron Boots Ennis, he actually wanted to fight Rashidi Ellis, and he was looking to fight EIMANTIS STANIONIS, undefeated WBA welterweight regular world champion, okay, out of Lithuania. But he was unable to secure that fight or a fight with unified former welterweight world champion superstar boxer Keith One-Time Thurman. So he was looking for the big names, Jaron Boots Ennis was, and he was unable to secure them. So what was left was CHUKHADZHIAN, okay? And he was better than what most people thought and expected. And I believe he was better than what Jaron Boots Ennis and father trainer manager Bozy Ennis expected as far as his footwork goes, his ring IQ, okay, his ring generalship. He was very, very crafty, very, very slippery, okay, very, very elusive. And he made Jaron Boots Ennis miss. He had very, very good footwork. This is not shocking. This is nothing new when you're talking about Ukrainian fighters, because some of the Ukrainian fighters today that are considered some of the best fighters in the world, such as undefeated 2-division world champion, former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, now unified heavyweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Oleksandr Usyk, and Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer out of the Ukraine, Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko. Okay, so the Ukrainian fighters, they stay in the amateurs very, very long, and so it's very hard to judge and get a gauge how they're going to how they're going to fight, and how they're going to translate to the professional rankings. Right? You just don't know what to expect from them fighters. And so, with that said, Jaron Boots Ennis didn't have his best performance, but he won every single round. Okay, now he didn't get the drastic knockout. He didn't, get to chop up his opponent, just hit him with a bunch of clean punches. He did get counterpunched that time, right? He was following his opponent around the ring. But again, Chua had better footwork than most people expected. And he was able to he was able to elude Jaron Boots Ennis, okay, and make a miss. But he didn't really come to fight. He came to survive. And when you're dealing with a crafty fighter that has great, great stamina and is very durable and can stay on his toes for 12 rounds, it's going to be a very difficult out. It's going to be hard for you to close the show on that type of fighter, because it's difficult to knock out a fighter who don't want to be knocked out and is crafty enough and has a ring IQ high enough to be able to avoid it. Okay, but when you're dealing with someone with elegant footwork like Chua Kazim displayed on Saturday night, it's even more difficult, right? And so, with that said, it seemed to have opened the door now for many other fighters to be looking to possibly accept a fight with Jaron Ennis. Now, it has been difficult for Jaron Ennis to pin down an opponent. But suddenly, okay, now fighters are second guessing. Maybe Jaron Boots Ennis is exposed, because you're getting a lot of people that's saying Jaron Boots Ennis has gotten exposed. Okay, he's finally gotten exposed. Now he ain't ready for the big league, right? Because Jaron Boots Ennis was put in the same category as the two best welterweights in the world, an undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound for pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford, and undefeated unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer Earl the Truth Spence Jr., who is widely considered to be top 2, if not #1, top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world for sure. Okay. And so Jaron Boots Ennis was placed in that same category with those two fighters. He's actually the mandatory for both of those fighters, right? And he can petition to be so, as he did with the IBF, the International Boxing Federation, with President Mr. Peoples. But he can also petition the WBO to be Terrence Crawford's mandatory challenger. But now fans and media members, they're starting to point at other fighters and they're starting to say, well, maybe we overhyped and overstated Jaron Boots Ennis, and maybe he won't just walk through fighters X, Y, and Z. One of those guys in particular has been undefeated welterweight Mexican superstar title contender Vergil Ortiz Jr., who is 19 wins, no loss, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, so now people are saying that Vergil Ortiz, who was heading into a fight March 18th, just a week before his birthday, March 18th, Vergil Ortiz was supposed to face off against undefeated WBA regular welterweight world champion, Lithuanian star boxer, in EIMANTIS Stanionis, another fighter that Jaron Boots Ennis was trying to pin down and possibly get a fight with, EIMANTIS Stanionis. Okay, he was unable to get the fight with EIMANTIS Stanionis, who is 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. So EIMANTIS Stanionis is going to face off against Vergil Ortiz Jr. It was supposed to be March 18th, okay? But EIMANTIS Stanionis, he suffered a appendix injury, and that he had to have some sort of procedure because of that, and now they have to schedule that date. But now, according to people in Team Vergil Ortiz's team, they are welcoming an opportunity to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, Bozy Ennis was asked about, a fight with, Vergil Ortiz, and Vergil Ortiz team, Robert Garcia, former world champion, well-renowned trainer of the year. He stated that he can see that fight happen in about 48 months. Okay, now that was about a year or so ago, a little bit more. 48 months, though. It's been about 36 months since this was reported. And that's about 4 years. Okay. There's 12 months in a year. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. So 48 months is 4 years. Okay. Well, now that stance has changed, and they're welcoming an opportunity to fight Vergil Ortiz if Stanionis is not going to be ready in the foreseeable future. Right? They don't know when he's going to be healthy and when he's going to be ready to return to the ring. And Vergil Ortiz wants to stay active. Now, again, Jaron Boots Ennis, he didn't break much of a sweat. He won every single round against, Chua kazim. But again, many people feel like he didn't cut the ring off very well. He didn't show very high ring generalship. He was getting hit. He didn't show that he was elusive and defensive. He was getting hit. And so now people feel like he's vulnerable and they could take the opportunity and the chance. And so a member of Vergil Ortiz's team stated that, they would welcome an opportunity to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Then Robert Garcia himself, who don't train Vergil Ortiz anymore, he was asked about, a fight. And he said, what I'm getting ready to tell you, don't make too much of that fight. Okay? Don't now Robert Garcia has obviously always picked Vergil to beat Jaron Boots Ennis, but like you said, don't make too much of it, right? And this is what I'm going to say is that it's fool's gold. Okay, many people believe that he was exposed, And now, this just opens the floodgate for other fighters to just come in and beat Jaron Boots Ennis. You're sadly mistaken if you think that's going to be the case. For one, Vergil Ortiz does not display the same foot movement, foot speed, and educated foot placement as Chua Kazim. Okay, he doesn't have the same fluid movement and motions as Karen Chua Kazim. Okay, Karen Chua Kazim. Okay, Vergil Ortiz is more of a stationary target. So Jaron Boots Ennis' hand speed, foot speed, and combination punches is going to come into play big time. Okay, and I still pick Jaron Boots Ennis to be victorious. Great fight, but I still pick Jaron Boots Ennis to be victorious. And we saw Vergil Ortiz hurt bad by Igor Kavalauskas, and he was getting outboxed by Maurice Hooker for as long as it lasted. Okay, um, now again, Robert Garcia, like he stated, don't put too much stock. He don't think that that changed the look of what Jaron Boots Ennis is and what he expects him to be in the future. Now, he still picks Vergil Ortiz to be victorious, but don't let that be fool's gold to think that now all these fighters are just going to be able to swoop in and beat Jaron Boots Ennis, because that's not going to be the case, and he's not going to look like that when he fights these guys. So, according to them, they willing to accept the fight. Let's see how this plays out and unfolds. I still pick Jaron Boots Ennis to be victorious. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.